I'd just like to start by welcoming everybody um, uh, to the Architectural Ceramics Assemblies workshop. And let me start with just recognizing that where we are here. Really like to thank the University of Buffalo for hosting the Architectural Ceramics Assemblies workshop. My name is Omar Khan, and I am a professor and head of the School of Architecture at Carnegie Mellon University. I'm also one of the organizers of the Architectural Ceramic Assemblies workshop. The University of Buffalo has been a wonderful host for us, and I just wanted to reach out and thank Dean Robert Shibley, Chair Corey Smith, Professor Dan Vrana, and Professor Stephanie Kramer, both of whom were with us during the workshop and assisting, as well as Wade Georgie, John Archilla, and Katerina Nieko, all of whom were there present helping us out during the week. So thank you for your hospitality. This is our 7th year running the workshop, and it's a wonderful time to come back after 2 years of being virtual, most of it, and now being able to be together again in person and doing what I think is a critical part of what the workshop is about, which is making things together. This year, we're joined by 8 professional teams and 6 academic teams, a very large, wonderful group of people. Over the last few days, the academic teams from Pratt Institute, North Carolina State, Washington University, Iowa State, Carnegie Mellon University, and the University at Buffalo have shared their research and student work. These presentations demonstrated how clay has captured the architectural imagination in the studio and the research lab. We saw innovative new techniques of 3D printing with robotic technologies, and also mining the history of ceramics and architectural terracotta for design invention. Similarly, today we will hear from our 8 professional teams. These are BKSK, FX Collaborative, Woods Baggett, BNIM, NADA, Pelly Clark and Partners, Stephen Hole Architects, and Wisjeni with Central. These teams have been working over the last 6 months with Boston Valley Terracotta to realize their design concepts through the production of a terracotta prototype. Now, ACAW's focus is concerned with creating a design residency to introduce invited teams to terracotta's unique properties, its fabrication and manufacturing processes, and also exploring digital and analog techniques to design in a contemporary way with this ancient material. What is required of each of these firms is to commit work time to design an assembly that uses terracotta in an innovative way. Boston Valley Terracotta will produce these pieces, which you will see today as part of the presentations. Over the last 3 days, these teams have come together to assemble these pieces of ceramic onto their prototype assemblies. So over the past 7 years, we have captured these innovative projects and kept a log of all the unique ways in which practices are thinking about architectural design, but also how ceramics may be able to be better integrated in our books. And so I would very much encourage you to seek these out. These provide a good background as to not only what the workshop is about and how we proceed, but also how the products are that have come out of it. So the workshop is organized by a group that includes me, Mitchell Bring, who organizes and coordinates the participant teams, Andrew Priest of Boston Valley Terracotta, who educates and consults the teams on terracotta manufacturing, and Andy Brayman, who consults on glazing and ceramic craft. And he also assists in the producing of some of the pieces. Finally, the workshop would not be possible without the leadership and guidance of John Krause, John has provided the vision and the financial support for this workshop. The increasing ambition we see coming out of each year's workshop is owed to John's and Boston Valley Terra Cotta's commitment to research and innovation. So I'd like to just give a handout to John Krause. John. So we have our groups. I just want to very quickly go what the day will look like, this afternoon will look like. After my introduction, we have the first group that will begin to sort of present one after the other: BKSK, FX Collaborative, Woods Bagot, and then BNIM. And then we have a Q&A. We'll have a panel session where we can sort of speak a little bit more about some of the challenges and concerns, which I think are always interesting to see what are people working on and what they're thinking about, and how Terra Cotta can play a role. We'll take a small break and then we'll come back and do the next group. That'll be Nada, Pelly Clark and Partners, Stephen Hull Architects, and West Jenny Central. We'll do another Q&A and then close with a break before then we come back at 5 o'clock for a keynote speech from Nader Tarani of NADA. Just some basic, let's say, house rules in terms of those that are on the webinar. Please write your Q&As if you have questions in the Q&A category. Don't do it in the chat. That way I will keep my eyes open on those and try to collate those. Sometimes also there's others on the web link that can answer more directly some of basic questions. But we would like you to hold your questions to that Q&A period where we can really delve into some of the issues. And with that, then I'd like to get us started right away with our first group. If I can have BKSK come up here and we'll get ourselves going.